Hey guys, welcome to our channel. We're gonna be driving through some of the country down here. We've been getting a lot of requests to do these videos. We're gonna be talking a little bit about logging and growing up here in the Appalachian Mountains, and we'd like to take a time to thank our new subscribers. Channel's grown a lot here lately, and we're kind of proud of that. I know I get up every morning to see how many has subscribed. I like to see it go over 500 the next day or two. So if you ain't already subscribed, please subscribe. And I guess we're gonna just drive down through here. We're on, I guess this would be 200 south coming out of Monticello. We're in Wayne County, and this road here actually is the old moonshining road back when they run moonshine out here into Tennessee, plumb into Georgia. This is the way they went down this road here. And I had an uncle, my mom's brother. He had a real bad wreck on this road in the 50s. Of course, he was drunk, about killed him. And well, we got the state up here doing something. Of course, they don't have no flagmen down here. They don't have much traffic on this road. And no flagmen, no nothing. Somebody run over there. Very little traffic on this road this far down. It's down. I don't know what you call this community here. It's some pretty country we got on up here, some old house places. But yeah, I started logging and by myself completely in '99, peeling around in '99. I went full-time logging in 2000. I think so. That'd be what, 20 years ago, 21 years ago. And of course, I grew up around it all my life. My dad was a backer farmer, but he bought a new dozer. He would always have a dozer to clean up on the farm stuff with. In 1982, he bought a brand new John Deere, a 650, and so he built a lot of logging roads for people. And plus, he'd always keep a log truck. He'd always have a log truck. It'd usually have a flat on it, but it'd have log bunks on it. And every now and then he'd get in a timber job, but mainly he'd just haul and skid with the dozer, his dozer, and build roads and stuff. Oh, pretty country back over in there. But my mom's side, my grandpa, that's all that side of the family ever did: log, run sawmills, and stuff like that. So I guess it's bred in me. I just always wanted to do it. I mean, it's just, and first cutting timber, it just like it come natural to me. I don't know, I never had no trouble. It was easy. And I know a lot of people can't do it. I know we was on a big job back in 2003, I think it was. I had a guy, he was running his skidder and I was running my skidder, and we was kind of splitting the money. And he brought a cutter in to cut for him, and this was a guy who was supposed to be the best cutter in 3 counties. The first day he busted 6 trees. So you really can't go by the ones that's supposed to be good. I mean, he was rated one of the best timber cutters in like 4 or 5 counties here. He busted 6 trees the first day cutting. That's the last day he cut too. He didn't know what the crap he'd done. A little young boy, about 20 years old. He thought he did, but he didn't. I don't even remember how he cut now, which I was on the other side of the mountain cutting me. He busted 6 trees the first day. It's supposed to be the best he was. But yeah, anyway, when I first started out, I had a white GMC. I used it for quite a while, log truck, and I bought a mule and used a tractor, and that's what we run with. Cause that's about they wasn't many people still logging with mules and tractors then. I was probably one of the last ones there. I done it for a little while. You just couldn't get much out. It's slow, hard work. You couldn't get a good mule or nothing. And we finally got a little money, got a little credit, started. So I bought a 310 John Deere. It's actually been a backhoe, but it made a loader out of it to load with, and 225 timberjack. I'm thinking 220. Yeah, was it 235? No, it's 225. 225A timberjack. There's a big old loader. And Then thought we had the world by the tail. That timberjack wasn't all that big, that little 225. It pulled about anything you could cut. We never did cut no little wood. Everything we always cut was grade logs or tie logs. Tie's big down here in this country. But if it wasn't for tie timber in this country would be, I don't know, other than the grade log business, the tie, because they never go down. I mean, they usually stay up. Either economy's down, usually the tie stays up, usually. But now they did in 2000. I'll get to that here in a little bit. But well, when we started out, I cut first timber I cut. I was using a 29 steel, old 29 steel. Used it for a little while. I made a little money. Then went down and bought a brand new old 46 Magnum 76cc saw. Now that saw would cut good, and it really did. It was a good saw. It cut really good. I cut with it for probably 2 years, and messed around and mashed it flat with a tree one time, and I went back and got another just like it, and it wasn't worth 15 cents. Then I got a hold of a 288 Husqvarna, which would be a modern day 390, and from that day on I never looked back at steel again, because the Husky cut circles around them. And yeah, I busted a couple of saws, but they was steel. I run over 2 or 3, 4. I don't even run over. I've run over several of them, but I busted a couple too. But I learned the bore cut and stuff. I didn't that much. You want bore cutting, that just stump jumping when you bust them. You sit down on your bar and push your saw back out, and because you bust a tree, or because you bust your saw, that's what it done. I couldn't get the saw out of the tree. It was pushing me and the saw both back. I had to turn it loose and let it go. But the second one I busted, it was that other steel I bought back to replace that, and I was cutting on a hillside. Well, I remember it was a pin oak, wasn't too very big, and I got the saw hung up in it, and it looked like it's going over the hill over there. There's a big logging operation going on right now. I don't know, there it is, big outfit, and I got the saw hung in. It's on a steep hill. It's a pin oak, I remember it. And it should have went over a hill. I mean, it looked like it was laying over a hill. Everything pointed that that tree would go over a hill, but it didn't. It sat down on my bar, and I couldn't get it out. And I think I still had that 29 steel I saw it with on the yard. So I got it, was going to cut it out, and there's nobody with me. And messed around, got it hung up there. I had 2 saws and tree hung up. Well, this is when you're young and dumb. You don't know no better. Take the saws off the bars. I didn't. And cousin of mine come along that evening, and I didn't know how I was gonna get them out. I was trying to come along and everything to get the weight up off the tree and up to it was just a tie tree. All it wasn't that bigger tree. And we finally took an axe and chopped them saws out. We got the 29 out. We got it free. And we kept chopping till we chopped that tree down, but it got the gas tank and the handle. Done about $300 damage to that saw, and I had it fixed back. And yeah, that learned me from then on to take your saw off your bar if you get it hung in a tree. You got it done, leave the saw on it, but we did stuff like that. I took it, well, I used that John Deere 301 loader, wheel loader, which it was alright. It'd pick up anything you wanted to load with it. I don't know how many years I used that thing. Then we ended up on the last there, we had a 350 John Deere track loader. Now that was the best, handiest thing I ever had in the woods. In my opinion, I ain't no second guessing a track loader or bulldozer in the woods. You can get them around, they're a little slower, but you can always build your roads and get them around so much better. It's what they call a ball rock, ain't it, babe? Ball rock. We're not in Tennessee yet, but we're almost in Tennessee. Ball rock. That's ball rock sand mines up there. We ain't going down this way. It's taking on down in Possum Drop, but we're not going to go down that far. We're going to cut across the mountains up here. We'll drive down here to the state line. Right here is the state line. Ball Rock beer joint. Yeah, there's been a lot of people used to come down here and get their alcohol, which Wayne County's wet now. They won't be doing it no more. That's a famous little bar there. That's where my uncle been that night. He had that wreck too. Down here and drunk, coming back and hit a rock cliff. That's back in the 50s. He wasn't about 16 years old, 17. And yeah, it's Tennessee here. We leave in Tennessee. Ball Rock, Tennessee. Well, somebody caught a couple great logs laying there. Great logs. Well, I better come out right here and cut the grade out of them so I'm out there. I'm on a sell 19 miles. But every boundary timber I ever worked, I worked it on halves. I mean, we half to the owner and half to the half to you. But I tell you something we had around here, and it was hard not to do, and I done a lot of it with cedar, cutting cedar, because it didn't take it was light, it was easy to handle, it was a lot of sawing with a saw, and that's why a lot of times you see me with that 365 Husky, because we cut a lot of cedar, and I sawed up mainly with it on the yard. I had a 395 when I was I made several videos with it. I've got several logging videos, but they're on what is that thing, an iPad? What did I do? I tried to change the screen in or something, and I can't get it back to work. And it's probably got 30 videos, those logging videos on it, and I just don't do them no more. They didn't draw that much attention, and just a couple of them did. I just don't. It's so much trouble with them. I never did do no more. But I done them 2 or 3 little 365 Huskies, and it kind of got some attention. I had 4 or 5 on there with 395. They never went nowhere, and I just pulled it down. And it seemed like there's so many logging channels on there that's so big that it just, I never could go nowhere. And I do more but driving around talking I can with the logging videos. But anyway, I keep saying we, is mainly me. The only person that ever had to help me was either my nephew or my brother. It was mainly me by myself. And Braden at the end, yeah, he helped a little bit. Well, I had a couple of nephews help me when they was little too. I like them little boys that's got that logging channel. That reminds me of Bubby and John Tyler when they was little. They got there working. But I don't know, I just come natural cutting timber. I never had no trouble though. But I know it's one old guy, which he's still living. He'd be up in his 90s now. There used to be a house there right there. I've been there before, lots of times. And there's an old country store over there. They's making kind of pushing the right. Boy, they logs heavy now. I mean, they clean them mountains off back there. I don't like to see that myself. I mean, right here it ain't too bad. Over, I mean, they done nothing but clear cut. They cut the weight wood and everything off of it, which I know it'll grow back, but I like to cut it about every 20 years. You don't cut it too hard, you can recut every 20 years. If you don't cut it too hard, if it's North Hill, you can cut it every 10 or 12 years. And that's why you can keep, you keep your timber worked. You go in there and clear cut it, you ain't gonna have nothing in 100 years. And that's why we brought up the weight wood. I know there's money in it. They'd have to be money in it. They wasn't money in it for us. We sold a few pallet logs along. Mainly with the pallet logs, we sold what we cut out top of trees, or if old sycamore or an old ash or something like that. It wasn't no good. We cut them down pretty small, and I don't know, just any kind of beech, any kind of junk with them. But now tie log, they wanted them 9 foot, and I'll tell you a little secret they done too. And it took me several years to figure it out, because short logs easier to handle, you get more logs. And they holler, well, we want them tie logs had to be 9 foot, pretty much, 8, 9 foot. But if you cut a good chestnut oak or a white oak, and it's a decent log, and you cut it 8, 9, or 9 foot, they're gonna pay $250, $300 $1,000 for it, or 25 to 30 cents a foot, maybe 35 cents a foot. And they're gonna buy it for tie price, because that's what they have. They have a tie price up here. And if you cut it 12 foot, they'll still saw a tie out of it and throw it over in the lumber grade and get it up in the 40 to 50 foot range. And it took me a while to figure it out. The loader driver told me one day, he said, now what way we go here, huh? This way? Yeah, they cleared the mountains off here. I think so. I think we could have went on that way. I think you want to go this way. Man, they clear cut timber everywhere down in here. I don't know where they took this to. This Clinton County here. But they, he come out and told me, he said, I wouldn't be cutting them logs short, because he said, when they get running short on logs, he said, all they holler, bring me 12 foot, bring me 12 foot. And I guess he would know he'd run, keeping carriage full on the mill. So I started cutting them 12 foot, even if they was tie timber. And I got to notice a big change in price. And then on I went to 12 foot. And they don't do much 16 foot stuff around here. Poplar they will a little bit 16 foot, but usually 12 foot on your chestnut. Chestnut and white oaks are two logs around here. Chestnut I cut on that one boundary. I cut the biggest tree I ever cut was a white oak, and the second biggest was chestnut. It's on that last boundary I cut up there. It's all better. It was veneering, and I cut chestnut. I used to give them $2 a foot for that chestnut. It's pretty good money for chestnut. It usually saw out good. Look at there, honey. They cut their biggest timber around through here. Just clear cut it. Well, there they cut it pretty hard. Not well. Places they did, and places they didn't. I don't know. But yeah, they call it weight wood around here. They sell it by the ton. We're coming back off in the valley. The other one took us to 127. The other road would have. But ain't so much to tell about logging. I'd have to make 20 videos to get it all in. What about the time I could call brother? We had well, what did we have? A track loader sitting against the tree. I was cutting the little boundary down there. Well, there's one video about hickory there. I was cutting that hickory right above it. The little gnarly spot, you had the road, you had a major power line, and you had a big old sugar tree. I mean, a big old sugar tree. And he was leaning back into the road and power line. And
Are you talking about the one that was gonna fall on Kendall?
Fall on Kendall on the track loader. He left my loader. It wasn't if he'd kept pushing. He backed out. He got scared. I couldn't saw him push both.
It took me about 3 minutes to get there from way far away.
Yeah, I know it, because we called squad and had to. No, we choked that 350 plumb out. Track loader set up against that tree and reached up further we could, trying to push it over. I forgot what else we had there, and it wouldn't go. Wedges drove in it, and had everything drove in it, which I ring sawed it, didn't bore cut it because I wanted to pull it. And like I say, it was just a tie tree. Anyway, it's a big knotty. It wasn't a sawed up much great lumber, but it's a huge tree. And Angie, what was we, about 10 miles down the road logging from the house? Just enough to get. Yeah, no, I don't think we would. We had phone service. I called her and squad. I said, get them come along and get down here. We're about to get killed there. And she brought them down there. Well, we felled a tree, but it didn't get the power line. It got the road though, didn't it? It busted right out in the middle of the road. It's a little old county road like this. It didn't mount to nothing. And the track loader wouldn't pull the whole tree, so I ended up having to cut the top of it out with a chainsaw. We had to drag the brush out of the road. But that was pretty scary. Yeah, brother jumped off the loader. He said well, he's afraid it was the tree would still come over top the bucket, come back on him what he was. But I don't believe it would have. I believe he kept pushing it would have went. But it was laying pretty hard. But we get back to I cut a lot of cedar too in my life. Cedar bring about 35 cents a foot, and it measures on a different scale, and it was hard work, but you didn't have to have hard equipment. I gotta go chewing on that cedar up there. You didn't have to have all this heavy equipment to work it and stuff, but it was hard work now. But I done a lot of cedar work in my life over the years. I actually made more money on cedar than you would hardwood, because you wouldn't have that much in. That's one reason I run that 365. Another reason I run that 365. A 365, that's another logging crew up here, ain't it? What that is up here? Oh, that's a big old logging crew up here. I don't know none of these people down here. I see them going up the mountain. They're a big old skidder. We don't have skidders that big around here. Usually that's some out of Tennessee or something. Yeah, that's them big old tiger cats. I use that 365 lot because I cut cedar. Yeah, that's tiger cats there. That dude got some logging outfit, because they cut mountain after mountain out there. who that is. That's a tiger. No, is that a tiger, cat, or cat? That might be just a cat knuckle gripper skidder. No, he just got a town truck up there loading it. Knuckle boo. I know I'm freezing. You cut that tree off high off there, didn't they? Well, they cutting everything out up in there. Well, they got the road muddy. Who was it? I don't know who them dudes was. That must be something down here from Tennessee, because we're right on the Tennessee border. That's the crews out of Tennessee there, because they haul double bunk. We'll stack a double bunk so far up, then go in the middle way. We stack a tandem truck. I never did have a tandem. I always hauled on single axle. But cedar would pay off more in the long run. Than 100,000 foot of cedar would bring more than 100,000 foot of average timber, because cedar would pretty much bring you 350, 1,000 straight, and it measures on a different scale. So really, you make more money in cedar, which is a lot more saw work, and you know, they take it down to 2 inches to chip it or whatever. There's so much more they can do with cedar. They still ain't much of a market for cedar right now, but just a lot of sawing, a lot of trimming. There's some pretty good timber right there on that hill. I hope I know where we're going. We in some pretty country, that's for sure. I ain't for sure right here. So it's another big old skidder. And another big old outfit logging. Sitting over in the woods. I see it way over. It's a big old skidder. I didn't know all these loggers was down here. I ain't been down in this country in years. And there's another big skidder. Boy, you talk about a skidder, that's a house dog there. I ain't a big one sitting back there in the woods too. I don't know who that do. That's some kind of big company outfit there. Them skidders they tear up more ground. You might as well just cut everything when you come through it now. You could drive my little 225 timber jack under that thing. Yeah, well, he still pull a big tree, that 225. You'd have to drop the log a lot of time, go up, pull him till you drop him, go up and pull him to your tree. But you can still pull about anything you want to cut with. One tree at a time, 2 trees sometimes. Usually tie timber, you might get three trees, poplars, smaller ones, or ash or something like that. But I don't remember where I was at. Oh, I was on the cedar. The cedar, yeah, it was really good money. You had to watch though. You break it with a skidder. You're better off with a tractor or something like that working in, or a mule or something. But a skidder, you get more out, but you have to be very careful winching it, because it's just snappy, you know, with the wind like paper. And last boundary I cut down there had cedar and hardwood, then I was cutting both, and I cut cedar. Sometimes I'd mix it up where it wouldn't snap the cedar in with the hardwood and winch it out. But I never did get all the cedar cut off that place. They quit buying it, and the market fell out under it. But I did a lot of cedar on that place. I'd done cut over 300,000 foot off of it, and I ain't even made a dent in it. And I don't know if I ever go back and cut it or not, if I ever start buying it. Well, they wasn't taking enough of it to keep you working. I mean, I hadn't paid my brother, and he just wasn't keeping enough of it going for us to pull with the equipment I had. But we never did move too much at a time. I mean, I usually tried to get like 3 loads a week, usually, unless I got in a big rush. Unless my brother was helping me, then we'd try to get all we could get every week. But usually if I was working by myself, I'd usually try to run 3 loads a week. That was pretty good living. Pretty good living if you could get 3 loads a week out. And I finally learned bore cut back in probably 2003 or 4, 2002. I started bore cutting everything. And from that time on, I've never had no trouble busting saws, busting trees, or nothing. I don't go driving all these wedges in them unless I'm going to try to pull the tree a certain direction. We should be in the valley there, huh? We should come out in the valley road down there. I think my dad brought me across this way one time. But they sure got some big old skidders up in there logging. They're pretty too up in these hollers here. Look at that. This here, you're almost out of the Appalachian Mountains here. But yeah, I know I probably didn't get far, but we're gonna be bringing a lot more of these videos as time led to us and stuff. And I've been wanting to get one quicker than this out there, and we just hadn't got around to getting out and driving. It's been cloudy and everything, and I just hadn't had time. But I had a log truck like this and sitting up here in the field, identical, but it's GMC. My first one was just like it right there, but it's a GMC. about the length and everything in there, the wheelbase and everything. Don't think I hadn't reared it up a few times too. Oh, you'd run little loads, little timber, 1,200, 1,300 foot, big good logs, you'd run 2,000, 2,500 foot on a single axle truck. We run farm tags on them, that way you wouldn't have all this insurances and stuff to pay if we could get by with it. I didn't on the first, I run commercial tags on it. Man, it's eating me up, boy, I'll tell you. The second one I run farm tags on it because it had a flare on it and we just put bumps on it. But there to get stopped with it, it was a 70 Chevrolet. That thing was slow, golly. It don't run about 40 miles an hour. It'd take you forever to get to the sawmill and back. It'd pull anything you put on it. But I think I know where we're at. I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, guys, this video, how long I've been going? Pretty good while, guys. I'm gonna get off here and we'll make more videos later on. See if I'm lost. I'm in Clinton County, Kentucky somewhere, Tennessee 1. I'm not for sure. I think I'm in Clinton County. Yeah, I'm in Clinton. But like I say, as always, I like to thank all of our new subscribers. And if you ain't already, please subscribe to our channel. We're gonna try to get it to over 500 as soon as we can. It's just like every morning when we get up, it's like, or I want to see who has subscribed. I try to comment to all the comments we have. If I don't get to you, it's just some of them you overlook if you don't look closely. I don't know if we're supposed to went that road or this road. I don't know where we at down. I may have to go over and use Google Map. But anyway, yeah, I try to get to all the comments if I can. At least give them a heart and a like I do. But we sure appreciate all the new subscribers. It's a really a blessing and a thrill to get up and see who all subscribe to the channel every morning. But yeah, we're in Kentucky. That Kentucky Road. Yeah, we coming out right. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off here to the next video. We catch you on the next one.